We've got the top 10 ads for this week in fantasy baseball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. We're going to take a look at the top 10 ads for Week 19 in fantasy baseball. If you're a fan of this type of content, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever we drop an episode. Let's dive right in here to number 10. We have Wilmer Flores, 54% owned, batting third in the lineup in San Francisco. Last week he posted 2 runs with a homer, 2 runs batted in, and a .444 average. Flores makes this list this week, not only because he's posted a .403 average with 6 homers in this past month, but also because he's starting to see some at-bats at DH. The versatile infielder has been hitting out of the 3 spot, and if he continues to mash like he's been, it's going to be very hard to take him out of the lineup there in San Francisco. Let's go to number 9. We got Josh Bell, 38% owned, batting third in the lineup in Miami. Last week he posted 4 runs with a homer, 3 runs batted in, and a .261 average. He's moved out of the AL Central, and he's now playing on a team poised to make the playoffs. That could make Bell an interesting player to watch as the season comes to an end. He does have plus power, and he's going to be slotted to hit in the top half of that lineup, which includes the possible hits leader for the league, Luis Arraez. This could lead to a spike in RBI opportunities for Bell. Keep an eye out for that for sure. Let's go to number 8. We got Michael Garcia, 32% owned, batting first in the lineup in Kansas City. Last week he had 4 runs, 5 runs batted in, 3 stolen bases, .375 average. He's one of the only speed threats that's still widely available in most leagues. Garcia has been a roster-worthy bat since he's moved to the top of that lineup in Kansas City. And with Bobby Witt Jr. on a tear, we could see Michael crossing the plate at a high clip for the rest of the season. Let's go to number 7. We got Tyler O'Neill, 55% owned, batting 6th in the lineup in St. Louis. Last week he had 3 runs scored, 3 homers, 4 runs batted in, .278 average. O'Neill has cemented a regular spot in the St. Louis lineup, and he's a specimen. He's capable of stretching doubles into triples and mashing 450 feet home runs. Let's not forget that he was the NL Player of the Month in September of 2021, and if he can put anything close to that September here coming up this year, he may help you out in winning a bunch of categories here when it counts. To number 6 we go. We got Alejandro Kirk, 41% owned, batting 7th in the lineup in Toronto. Last week he had a run and a run batted in on a .211 average. Now don't let last week's numbers fool you. Kirk's bat is starting to heat up as he is hitting .304 in the last 30 days. Add to that, Danny Jansen was hit on the wrist by a pitch on Wednesday, and that's going to open up the door for Kirk to probably pick up a couple extra starts here this week. I'd ride him here for the time being, at least until Danny Jansen returns. To number 5 we go. We got Trevor Story, 54% owned. He was injured here for the season, but it seems like Story is going to be the first injury pickup here for our list this week. He's on the cusp of returning to the Red Sox lineup. It looks like he's going to be coming in on Thursday, and that's likely going to put him into a prominent role for that team here as the everyday shortstop. Now, let's not forget that Story was on pace for a 25 homer, 20 steal season last year with 100 RBIs. Let's go to number 4. We got Yuri Perez, 53% owned, currently in AAA. A quick shout out to Football Mania 3000 who sent me this while I was prepping for this week's episode. Now, he is scheduled to be coming back here on Monday, but as he's coming up here, just keep in mind that he's likely going to be monitored for his innings pitched. That being said, he is a must-roster player for as long as the Marlins trot him out on the rubber. I would pick him up immediately. To number 3 we go. We have Kyle Finnegan, 55% owned. 4 innings pitched last week, 1 win, 2 saves, 3 strikeouts, no ERA, .25 whip. I was quite shocked to see how available Finnegan still was in leagues. He has been nearly perfect for the last month, racking up 2 wins and 5 saves with a .75 ERA and a .33 whip in 12 innings. I don't see Finnegan losing this role, even with how poorly he shows through StatCast. I would pick him up and I would roll with him with confidence. To number 2, James Outman, 49% owned, batting 7th in the lineup in Los Angeles. Last week he posted 3 runs and a homer, 5 runs batted in, 1 stolen base, and a .385 average. Outman is a pure athlete. He's capable of contributing in every single category. What has held him back so far this year is that he has been platooning as the strong side platoon against right-handed batters. That could change, however, as Outman has started against 2 southpaws versus Oakland, and if that trend continues, you can expect Outman's ownership to rise dramatically. Last but not least, at number 1, Outman's teammates, Walker Buehler, 47% owned, currently injured. With fantasy baseball playoffs 5 weeks away, this is your public service announcement to act and pick up Buehler here for the stretch run. When Buehler is healthy, he is a top 10 starting pitcher. Now, we're likely going to see some restrictions and probably some rest upon his return to the rotation, but there is no doubt in my mind that every inning that he pitches is certainly going to help your fantasy squad. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it here. If you did, please do leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We are going to sign off for now, but we are going to catch you guys on our next episode.